Good evening. Sarawak can no longer continue with business as usual and must instead think beyond conventional approaches by fully leveraging its existing resources to develop high-value products that will in turn create dependence among other countries on the region. Sarawak Premier Dato Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdurrahman Zohari to Dato Abang Openg said such a strategic approach is crucial to ensure that Sarawak does not become trapped in the middle income trap experienced by many developing nations.
In other words, 2026, the start of for us to train the right people for our new economy. And our economy cannot be business as usual. That is why a lot of developing countries are trapped. They call it middle income trap because they don't create something new. So what happened now for Sarawak is for us using our resource to create something new.
He made these remarks during a forum session held in conjunction with the Sarawak Budget Conference 2026 at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, BCCK here on Wednesday. The Premier added that in realizing this aspiration, Sarawak has chosen to elevate water as a new commodity in view of the world's growing reliance on data accumulation and processing driven by artificial intelligence (AI).
And data is stored in data center. Data center needs power and water. So water in 5 to 10 years' time, I think will be another important commodity. It becomes a sellable commodity.
Exactly.
If that's the case, we got so many rivers.
He said the initiative is not only capable of generating new revenue streams for Sarawak, but also of reducing dependence on an oil and gas-based economy, thereby preventing the state from being confined to middle-income status. Also present were former Deputy Chief Ministers Dato Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. George Chan Hong Nam and Dato Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Alfred Jabu Numpang, Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department Dato Sri John Siki Tayai, Sarawak Secretary Dato Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki, Sarawak Deputy Ministers, Chief Executive Officer of the Sarawak Institute of Public Service Leadership Dato Dr. Azhar Ahmad, Founder and Group Managing Partner of Salihin Group Dato Dr. Salihin Abang, as well as other guests. Sarawak's tourism performance continues to demonstrate positive momentum, with the state recording 4.42 million tourist arrivals as of November this year, generating tourism receipts amounting to 11.25 billion ringgit. Sarawak Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah said the achievement not only reflects the strong recovery of the tourism sector but also places Sarawak on the right trajectory to further strengthen its strategy for sustainable and high-value tourism development.
And my fear is always over tourism. That is the reason why when we plan our strategy, we do not want to really make sure that the numbers, we are looking just at the numbers. We would rather look into who are the tourists, who are those that we are promoting.
Be more targeted?
We want quality tourists.
So more targeted.
He made these remarks during a fireside forum session held in conjunction with the Sarawak Budget Conference 2026 at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, on Tuesday. Dato Sri Abdul Karim added that the opening of the Sarawak Performing Arts Centre next year is expected to further boost tourist arrivals, particularly among visitors keen to experience and appreciate Sarawak's creative and artistic works.
Because I want to build up the level of confidence of all these artists. So the moment our Centre of Performing Art is ready, inshallah, by the first quarter of 2027, we have got a pool of...
At the same forum, he noted that the Sarawak government remains committed to advancing its inclusivity agenda by actively empowering youth and rural communities, especially within tourism, youth development, and the preservation and growth of the state's cultural heritage.
Sarawak has got to or rather my ministry has got to emphasize inclusivity, making sure that the focus on rural communities' participation, whether it's in the tourism sectors, whether it's in the youth, or the youth development, or the cultural development, we have to make sure that this thing is continuing on. And
Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad plays a key role as a mainstay of Sarawak's logistics system and economic development through handling about 80% of the state's total cargo, with a total handling reaching 52 million tons per year. Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad Group Chief Executive Officer Datuk Ruslan Abdul Ghani said the group manages two main ports, namely Bintulu Port Sendirian Berhad and Samalaju Industrial Port Sendirian Berhad.
So we're just number 3 after Port Klang as well as PTTEP. Yes, we have a very big responsibility, I must say, because we're part and parcel of the puzzle that is needed to develop Sarawak into the future.
He said this during the Sarawak 2026 Budget Conference Forum session here on Wednesday. The forum also featured other panelists, including National President of the SME Association of Malaysia, Dr. Chin Chi Siong, President of the Sarawak Entrepreneurs Association and Vice Chancellor of the National Entrepreneurship Institute, INSCINT, Technologist Khairul Nizam, Datuk Sri Muhammad Khalid, and Vice President of Digital Adoption of the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, AMDAC, Insinyur Wan Murdani Wan Muhammad, with Najib Imran as moderator. Meanwhile, he also disclosed that small and medium enterprises, SMEs, are considered key strategic partners in port operations and not merely contractors.
At least in the last 3 years, we have awarded in the tune of 1.1206 billion worth of contracts. These are short-term contracts, long-term contracts. Some of them are 3 years, some of them are 10 years. So worth of this contract about 1.1026 billion. And out of this, 531 million are to the SMEs, and to about 503 of them.
According to him, SMEs are service and solution providers who are at the forefront of port operations, and without their support, Bintulu Port would be unable to operate at its current scale. The Kuching North City Commission, DBKU, continues to intensify flood preparedness measures through the implementation of follow-up visits and increasing maintenance work frequency on the water drainage system, particularly ahead of the rainy season at the end of the year. We have the following report by Firdaus Materang with videographer Muhammad Hisham on the ground.
Baik, Assalamualaikum dan salam Sarawak Maju Makmur. Saya Firdaus Materang yang kini berada di salah satu lokasi sistem saliran utama ya di Bandaraya Kuching Utara, di mana Dewan Bandaraya Kuching Utara atau DBKU hari ini telah melaksanakan tinjauan susulan menyeluruh terhadap sistem manhole sebagai langkah proaktif bagi mengurangkan risiko banjir. Tinjauan ini diketuai oleh Datuk Bandar Kuching Utara, Datuk Hilmi Othman, dengan tumpuan khusus diberikan kepada keupayaan sistem perparitan sedia ada dalam menampung aliran air berlebihan, terutamanya ketika hujan lebat. Penilaian turut mengagumi pemeriksaan aspek teknikal seperti kapasiti saliran, tahap penyelenggaraan, kewujudan halangan aliran air serta faktor persekitaran lain yang dikenal pasti sebagai penyumbang kepada kejadian banjir di kawasan yang berisiko.
Ini adalah satu daripada perkara dan majlis susulan daripada kita punya program untuk siap siaga untuk banjir yang kita rasa akan berlaku pada musim ke-7 ini. Seperti yang telah kita buat pada tahun-tahun yang lepas, ini adalah satu saluran airan yang perlu kami selenggarakan pada periodically 3 bulan sekali dan sebagainya. Tapi dengan kekerapan yang kita lihat pada masa yang penghujung tahun ini, kita membuat kekerapan yang lebih untuk menyelenggarakan.
Dalam lawatan ini, pegawai-pegawai teknikal di BKU secara aktif bagi menilai keadaan sebenar infrastruktur peparitan di bawah seliaan mereka sekaligus membolehkan cadangan penambahbaikan dirangka secara lebih berfokus dan berkesan. Di BKU menegaskan komitmen berterusan untuk mempertingkatkan kerja-kerja penyelenggaraan sistem aliran, melaksanakan pembersihan berkala beserta menambah baik mereka bentuk peparitan khususnya di lokasi yang dikenal pasti sebagai kawasan kritikal.
Kalau ditentukan kita mendapat peruntukan daripada rancangan Malaysia ke-13, kita dapat menjayakan saluran yang lebih baik teratur untuk keseluruhan Kuching Old Town ini yang akan meliputi semua kawasan di Carpenter Street dan sebagainya dan juga di waterfront.
Usaha ini juga merupakan sebahagian daripada langkah memperkukuh kesiapsiagaan menghadapi banjir termasuk pemantauan, berterusan perancangan awal dan penyelarasan tindakan pantas antara agensi berkaitan demi memastikan keselamatan dan kesejahteraan penduduk Kuching Utara sentiasa terpelihara. Baik, sekian saja laporan saya Firdaus Matrang dan juga juru video Hisham melaporkan untuk UKAS.
And that's the English edition with me, Philip Yeoh. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude the UKAS Bulletin with visuals of the Sarawak Premier attending a forum session held in conjunction with the Sarawak Budget Conference 2026 at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching on Wednesday.